In the great words of Jim Carrey, the claw's gonna get you higher. Okay, anyways, we're gonna talk about the Iron Claw. Enough of that, but this is a serious movie. I don't know if I should leave that part in there because this is a serious movie for a serious crowd. So today, yes, I'm talking about the Iron Claw. Follows the famous Van Erich wrestling family. The story is told primarily through the eyes of Kevin Von Erich, who they have looking like Kerry Von Erich. That kind of threw me off for the first half of the movie. I thought we was looking at Kerry Von Erich, but it's actually Kevin. Kerry was the big muscular guy in real life. Texas Tornado. I love Texas Tornado. As a kid, I didn't know he was a Von Erich. I just knew he was Texas Tornado. Anyways, that's neither here or there. But, it follows them through the eyes of Kevin Von Erich and the struggles of the family during the territory days of professional wrestling. One thing the movie does very well is showing how the wrestling business worked before the modern era. It's not a lot of that, but the glimpses we get into that world was very well done. Each territory, had its stars and local heroes, while the world champion would travel around from territory to territory, defending the belt. The movie gives viewers a glimpse of how this worked, and this is kind of like one of the main drives of the family, especially with their father Fritz. According to the movie, he wanted that belt inside the family. Kind of felt like he got robbed throughout his years when he was a very active wrestler. But overall, the wrestling is just a backdrop. At its heart, this movie is about family. The strongest part of the film is the relationship between the Von Erich brothers. The movie does a great job showing how close they were and how much they supported each other. Even when one brother received an opportunity that the others wanted, they gathered around him, supported him, and tried to help him achieve his success. The father, Fritz Von Erich, is probably the most complicated character in the movie. You can tell that he genuinely loves his family and wants sons to succeed. At the same time, he's extremely driven and focused on achievement, particularly, like I said, winning the championship. Since becoming champion was a dream he never achieved himself, so it's kind of portraying this or pushing this onto his children. So there's moments when it feels though he's trying to live that dream through them. The film doesn't portray Fritz as a monster, but it doesn't hide his flaws. There are times when he lets his sons down emotionally and fails to provide the support they would need and when they're struggling with disappointment, depression, or personal tragedy. He often responds to hardship by pushing forward rather than slowing down and helping his family process what they're going through. The mother is present throughout the film, but she remains more in the background. The story is much more focused on a relationship between Fritz and his sons and the pressure that relationship places on the family. As the tragedies begin to mount, the film also explores how each family members deal with grief. Kevin's journey becomes the emotional center of the story. Throughout the movie, it feels like his wife and later his children become its anchor. Without their support, it is easy to imagine Kevin falling in the same despair that affected the other his brothers. By the end, the Iron Claw becomes less about wrestling and more about survival, family, and learning how to move forward after unmanageable loss. Overall, I thought the Iron Claw was a very good movie. Wrestling fans will appreciate the look of the territory era and the history of the Von Erich family. But even when you know very little about wrestling, you can really enjoy it. In the end, it's not really a wrestling movie. Like I said, it's a family drama and with about brothers, fathers, loss, and the people who helped us on when life becomes difficult. I also like to touch upon some of the other aspects of this, about like the acting and the film cinematography was really well. The matches that they had on screen were really well choreographed and produced. You really felt like you were watching them in the ring wrestling, going through what a match would look like and how a match was carried out. Some of the downfalls, though, were how the characters were portrayed. Harley Race, he's in his character, his persona, I guess. I don't know how else to explain it. It's in the movie. He's pretty well portrayed, but man, Ric Flair, I think they got him at a mall and paw shop, a dime shop. I don't know what this actor was doing. but he didn't look like Ric Flair. He didn't act like Ric Flair. He just looked like a very cheap imitation of the Ric Flair character. I wish I could say more about if they got the brothers right on how they acted and their in-ring action. Like I said, I'm mainly known about Kerry and his days with WWF. I've gone back and seen some YouTube matches of theirs. That's one reason I really like YouTube. Is like you can watch classic wrestling matches, classic basketball, NBA games, and football stuff. But so I couldn't really say much about them. But they do a really good job. Zac Efron does a great job in this playing Kevin. You really feel what he's going through and see what he's going through in this movie. This movie really does carry, I don't know, this leads to other people who knew the Von Erichs and that was going on at that time period with their family. It sounds like a lot of it's kind of maybe exaggerated or not true, which is like a lot of biographies type of movies, biofilms. But it really feels like they got the spirit of the family in this movie, the closeness, the bond that they had. I enjoyed it. I think everything was well done, well directed, well acted, and cinematography was really well done. So I would recommend this one, unless you don't like tearjerkers or tragedies, then I probably would stay away from it. But I learned a lot about them, about the wrestling, more about the wrestling business of the '80s, and overall, I would recommend this one. What's your thoughts on the Iron Claw? Did you like it? Do you not like it? How you feel about it? And I guess this one's right up there with the other really good wrestling movie, The Wrestler, with was that Mickey Rourke? I think he's in that one. That's a really good movie as well. Let me know in the comments below what you guys think. Which one's better, do you think? Iron Claw or The Wrestler? To me, they're kind of even. I might give a little bit more budge to The Wrestler, maybe. But this one, they're both top-notch movies. Anyways, that's all I got to say today. Hopefully you see me around, and I'll see you around. Adios.